So I'm sharing my screen with you.
Yes.
Screen is visible. Hmm. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay. File handling in Python. So what is the basic purpose of file handling? Why do we use it? We need to store our data in some file, correct?
Yes.
We use file handling to store, retrieve, or update data in a file. So it can be a text file, it can be a binary file. There can be different types of files, correct? Normally, when we run any program, we just run it and see the output in the terminal. We are not storing it somewhere. Suppose I have a student class that we created in the last session. So if I run it, what will happen? We are able to see the output only in our terminal. Once we close this terminal, we do not have output, right? So file handling, we can create the file, we can update the file, we can delete the file. Different operations can be done on file. So if we have any file, like it can be a txt file, it can be a csv file for the data analysis. So there can be different types of file. So what operation do we perform on file? Operations that we perform on the file.
Yes.
First operation, read operation, correct? So we have a certain file. Suppose we have a txt file that is in a folder and we want to read the data. So what operation we are doing? Read operation, correct? Read operation. Then we have, for the read operation, we will be using some Python mode like R. R is for read operation. So if the file is already existing, if the file is already existing in a directory, if the file exists, that means there should be at least file, and if that file is existing, we can perform the read operation. And if the file is not existing and we are trying to read, then that file will not be found and it will raise an error. Then we have write operation. So write operation, if the file is already existing, it will overwrite. Write or overwrite if already exist. If the file exists. So we perform the write operation. Correct? Read and write. That means we have a notepad file. We already have a notepad file and we are going to perform any read operation. We are going to write something. So the older content will be overwritten. The new content will be kept in this file. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, we can perform append operation. Append. So append, if the file is already existing, then we can perform the append operation. So there are two chances. If the file is existing, then it will append. If the file is not existing, it will create the file first. So that is the role of append operation. So for that append operation, we will use A. Important thing, if file is existing, it will append. That means if this is a file and we are going to perform append operations, so if 5 lines are written, it will append from the next line. Correct? So it will append some content. It will append some content like we have 3 lines, then fourth line will start from here. So this can happen in the append operation. And if the file is not existing, first it will create the file, then start writing in it. So this way we can create the append operation. We have create operation. First time we will create the file. So for that we will use X mode. So these are the modes that are already defined in Python for some purpose. If we are going to perform some operation on images or something, so for images we will do the binary operation, right? Text operation, by default when we are writing the file it is text mode, but we can give it text mode as well. And if we want to do read and write both, so we can give it RT, RT. So it will just read and write. So let us quickly start with the example how we can create the file and do the different operation. So let us create a file at some directory. Okay. So I am using a directory D drive. Okay. Over there, I will create a folder Python 1. Correct. I am creating one directory Python 1. So this directory I am creating in which drive? D drive. Clear? So in the D drive I am creating this directory and I am also creating the file in it. Let me create the file in this. So my txt file is like this. Hello dot. This is simple hello.txt file and I am writing something. Hello from Python. Okay. So this is one line that we have written in this file and I am closing it. Now I will write a program. I will write a program that will. So I have created one folder file handling and I am creating file read 1.py. Clear? So if you want to search any file, you should know the location. You should know the path where the file is existing. Getting it?
Yes,
If you know the file, you should know where the file is existing. So where file is existing, we must know the path where our file is existing. So that is important thing. Otherwise, we will not be able to find our file. So for this, you will, if you are using Windows machine, if you are using Windows machine, you will write this way R, and then you will give D colon your folder name, then your file name. Clear? Same way.
So what is the use of R? Sir, is it just to use it to read or
Otherwise, I will have to use the double slash actually. To avoid the double slash, we will use the carrier return, that is R. Okay, that is telling me where the location is. It is
yes,
D drive, then we have Python 1 folder and the file name. So what is the file name? Let me name it hello. So the file name is hello.txt. So this way we can give the path. I will also tell you other five. There are three, four types of technique that we can use. So it is, but it is the recommended one. So first we should know the file path. What is the file path? Then we can. Suppose I have C drive, D drive, E drive, but I want to read the file. What I should know first? The location of the file, correct? So, and the extension is also important. Now I will create a variable, something like f equal to, and we have open. This open method is used for the file handling to read or write the file. So open, and once you put it, me, it is asking me these things. So we do not need to give it these all things, but yes, we must give the file path first, right? So I will give the file path that we have created, file path, and I want to read the file. So these are the different modes that are available in Python. So while working with Python, you will understand what is the use, but I have mentioned these are the initial modes that you should understand one by one. So I am trying to read the file. Just I am trying to read the file. Okay. Read the file from the given path. Given path. So now this will read the entire content. This will read the entire content from my file, and all the content will be stored in this variable f. Now we can print it. We can print it. We have f dot read method. F dot read method, and this will read the content whatever is stored in F, and then once we open the file we must close the file, because while reading the file what we have done, we have used open, then given the file path, and we are reading it. Once all the content is read in the variable F, we must close the file. F dot close. Clear? Now run it. We are getting hello from Python. So let me give it a print method so that we get it from the new line. See, whatever content is in my txt file, that we are able to read it. Let me change the content inside this. Okay. So hello from Python. Welcome at barabanki.org. and save it. Now I am closing this file over here and I will again run this. Let me clear the screen. So it's okay. Now let me run it again. So it will read the entire content of the file. Hello from Python. Welcome at Barabanki.org. We are getting the entire content. Okay. The important thing, if I want to read the first, so this is reading the entire file. This is reading the entire file. Reading the entire file content. But sometimes we need to read only 10 character, we need to read only 5 character, correct? Sometimes. So if I let me comment it, let me comment it and okay, I will write print f dot read and there is another method, overloaded method, correct? In encapsulation, we have seen how overloading can happen. The method name is same, correct? But we can use it in different ways. So here I am giving it to read only 5 characters. So this way it will read the only 5 character from this file. Now run it again. What is happening? It is reading only 5 character. Got it? So we can read the entire file if we want this way. We can read only 5 character. So here we are read only 5 characters of the file. Any doubt up to this point?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now we are reading 10 character. If I want to read 10 character like this way. So I am able to read 10 character over here. Correct? To read only file characters. And how many characters we want, we can provide them. Correct? N number of character we can give. Suppose you are required to read the file line by line. You are required to read the file line by line. So I can use the read line method. Read the file line by line. How many lines we want to read, correct? From the file. So I have same method f dot read line. This method we have f dot
Yes.
read line. So this will read the first line only. This will read the first line. Read the first line only. So in my Python file, we have 2 lines. It will read the first line. Run it. So it is reading the first line. Now if I want to read another line, I can use f dot read line again. So it will read the second line. Clear? It is reading the second line. Let me add another one line manually. So I am adding one more line. ठीक है? We teach data science and AI and close it. Now, how many lines it will read? The first line, the second line. Correct? So if we are running, we are reading only 2 lines as of now. Now let me do it again. So how many lines we are reading? As of now, 3 lines. This is the first line we are reading. Again, we are using f dot readline method. We are reading the second line, this one, and we are using the third line. But do you see we are repeating the same thing again and again? Correct? So we can do this using loop as well because we are doing the same thing. So it depends how we are reading the file. So how we are reading the file. So we are reading the file using, we are using f, then we have method open, correct? Open method, and what we are providing? File path. We are providing the file path. Then we are providing the mode. So we are providing the read mode. So we are using f dot, हाँ मैं अभी लाइव क्लास में हूँ ठीक है हाँ ठीक हाँ हाँ ठीक ठीक है तो we are using the f dot which method now what is the meaning of f dot read Prakhar?
Sir, to read the whole file.
Yes, read the entire content, read the whole file. And if we are using f dot read like this, what we are doing?
Sir, we are reading only the 10 characters of that file. First 10
Yes,
characters.
yes, first 10 characters of that file. If we are using f dot read line this way,
Yes.
what will happen?
So we are going to read, sir, the first line of the file.
Yes, and if we again write f dot read line, what will happen?
And, sir, we will read the second line,
Y-
and sir, we can do looping.
Yes. So here, if we write it one time, then we will read the one line.
One
If we again write it manually, read line, then we will read the second line. Correct? So instead of instead of doing this again and again, we can use. I will show you, and we can also store all the content in a list. We are reading it. We are reading it. But we can store the result in the list. We can store the result in the list as well. So how I can do it? Let us, my program is this, f equal to open, then we have file path, we are reading the file. So instead of printing, I will use a variable, correct? Line list like this, correct?
yes,
We can say. And normally what we do, f dot read, that's okay. So we are storing all the content in the list, and then if whatever operation we can want to perform, we can do it line list and we can close the file f dot close this way. So let me also show you in it in another program. So let me copy this path so that I do not need to write it again and again. So create another file, file read 2.py this way, and I am putting the path of this file. Now, first I need to take a variable and then use the open method. Inside this, what is the first argument? File path and the mode of the file, in which mode we are working. We are going to read the file. Now, the entire content will be read in the variable f. Now, I will create a variable line list and I will just write f dot read So I can store this in a variable. Now whatever operation I want, let me print it. So we can print and then f dot close. We can close the file. This way, see, it is reading the entire content. See in the terminal. Hello from
Yes.
Python, welcome at Barabanki.org. We teach data science and AI, all that stuff we are getting inside this. So this way we can read the file. Okay. Now, now we will write the file. What operation we have completed? Read operation. We have completed the read operation. How we can read the file? Okay.
Yes.
We can read the file. Now write the file. How to write in the file. So for writing, we will use the write mode. And let me copy this path and create another program. File write 1.py. So here is the path that we are using. This is the file path we are using for our program. Okay. Now I need to write the file. So what is the meaning of writing? If we have a file and we want to overwrite something, correct? So we will use the same method open and give the file path first where the file is. So I will give the file path and write mode we will use. What I want to write in this file? What I want to write in this file? I want to write your name in the file, correct?
Yes.
I will use f dot write, f dot write, okay? And Prakhar is an AI engineer. Now close the file, f dot close, okay? Now run it. My program got executed successfully. Now let us verify manually in the file, then programmatically I will verify what happened to my file, correct? So here I will open this file. What happened? The
It was
content what we have given in the write operation, f dot write, the older content is overwrite. The older content is overwrite.
oh,
If I again close this and if I write Prakhar is data science and AI engineer. Let me run it again. The file executed successfully. Now refresh it and again open it. What is happening?
yes.
This is giving me the fresh content. This is giving me the fresh content, whatever I have written in this file. So I have done write operation. Again, I can do the read operation simultaneously. Correct? Read
Yes.
operation to programmatically verify what is happening. So let me take another variable f1 equal to open and then we have same file path, and I need to verify it. So I will open it in the read mode, and then what I will do, print, I will read the entire content for my verification purpose, f dot read, and then I will close, f dot close. So first, every time I will run it, it will write, and then it will give me the content whatever is in my file. Prakhar is a data science and AI engineer. I have changed. Now run it again. That content will be overwritten in the file, correct? And here I am reading it. So in this program, what we are doing, we are writing in the file, we are reading in the file. Let me change the file name, hello one. So do you think this file is existing in my directory? No.
Yes.
Hello one is not there, but I am trying to do some operation. What will happen? Let me run it again. It is giving me. Why it is giving me? Because the nature of write operation is if the file is already existing, it will overwrite the content. If the file is not existing, it will create the new file first. It will create the new file
New file.
first. So hello one was not existing. Hello one was not existing, but it has created hello one file, correct? And the same content is overwritten in this. So write operation is basically, we must remember when we are performing the write operation, if we are doing the write operation, if the file is existing, correct? If
Yes.
the file is exist, then what will happen? It will overwrite the content. Otherwise,
Create a file.
create a new file. Clear? Create a new file. So this is the part of write operation that sometimes we perform. Now we will do another operation that we do in our daily life. I have one file, there are 5 to 8 lines written, but today I want to add some new content. So I will do the append operation. How to append the file, correct? Append the
Yes.
file this way. So append the file means if the file is existing, it will append the content in the last. That is important thing. If the file is existing, clear?
Yes.
It will append the content in the last. Otherwise, it will create the new file first. So let me create a file for the append mode. So I am creating one more program, file append 1.py this way, and the file path is this. So what is happening? We have hello one file, we already know, and in the hello one file I have written some content. I have written some content. Okay, that is fine. But now I want to append something in this file. I want to add some more content in this file. So how I will do it? Correct? So I will use the append mode. So okay, f equal to open, give the file path. So I am giving the file path. Then we will use the append mode we are using, and then write some new content. F dot write, and I am appending some content. This is an AI era. Many jobs are in data science and AI. I'm appending this content in the file. Correct? Now,
Yes.
what I will do it, I will close the file. So I will close f dot close the file because once the file is opened, it must be closed. We need to take care of it. But there is another method. I will show you in other examples where you do not need to close the file, it will automatically close. But if we are directly using f equal to open this way, so once file is opened, it should be closed. Now run it. So the file executed, program executed successfully. Let us verify in the file. And what is the name of file? What file name we have given? Hello one.
Hello. One.
So we are using the append mode. What is happening? Hello one file was not existing. Did you notice?
Yes.
Hello one file was not there. So first it has created a new hello one file. Then inside this file it has appended some content. Correct? Now I am closing it and I will just add some more content in this. Again, f dot write, f dot write, and my name is Prakhar. This way. I am again running it. So this time hello one.txt file is existing in the directory. So let me open this. What happened to it? It has added it has added the content. This content is added once more. Correct?
Yes.
Now let us delete this file. Now let us delete this file and suppose this file is there and the content is this. Now what I will do, let me rename it. I am adding this content. Correct? Now this file is already existing. Now the file is already existing, but I am forcing it to write content in the last. So if there are three lines, the fourth line will start onwards. Let me close the SQL. Why it is open? Hmm. Run it again. The program is ran. Now open the file. See. So this time hello.txt was existing in this directory. So it has appended the given content in the file. This way I am using the write mode. So what we are doing, we are just creating a program like this and we are using which mode? Append mode, correct? And then we are using f dot write some new content inside this. If the file is already existing, it will append. If the file is not existing, it will create the file first and then f dot close. Okay. So
Yes.
append What will happen if the file is existing file if the file exists, then it will append append the content. Otherwise, create a new file first, then write the content. So any doubt up to this point? I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Some because it is interesting part. It will relate to your real life problem. Just give me one sec, right?
Okay.
Just give me one sec. Hello. Yes,
Yes.
yes, Prakhar. So what will happen? We will just read and write the file, correct? This way we can read the file, write the file, append the file. Now the important thing comes. We need to remember every time f dot close. We need to remember to close the file every time, correct? So what we can do, we can use the best practice that is recommended by Python. Every time, instead of doing this, let me comment it. Let me take another file, file read 4.py. Whatever operation we are doing, it is read, write, or append, that doesn't matter. Okay. So we can use Earlier, what we are doing, we are just opening the file and then closing the file, right? So instead of doing it again and again, what we can use, I'm changing the line. Just watch it carefully. I will just write with. There is a keyword with open. Same syntax, nothing is changed. File path, whatever file path we want to give. So that file path I will give it. Then whatever mode I want to use, right? And then create the alias as F. Clear? Then create the alias as F. Then we have colon. Then we have colon. And here what we are doing, we are doing print F dot read. Simple operation. But what is happening inside this? We do not need to close the file. We do not need to close the file. We are using with open file path, then read mode, alias we have created and run it. So we are reading the file. Another thing that we can do instead of printing, before printing, what we can do, we can store it in a variable. So I can use the content. Let me take any variable f dot read. So the entire content will be read from this file and it is stored in this variable. Now I can do anything whatever we have in this variable. So this is the best practice recommended in the Python to work with the file handling. Use with open, then file path mode, create the alias, colon, then do the remaining operation. Correct? Now I want to write multiple lines. I want to perform the write operation. Correct? So let me open the file and delete this content manually. Save it. I have only one line. Prakhar is data science and AI engineer. Only this content we have. First, I want to append some more lines. Getting me?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. So I am trying to add some more lines like skill set. I am creating a list. Correct? I am creating a list. Flat content I can append directly. Correct? Flat content. Let us append the file. Append the file. So normally we can append anything. Same way we can append anything from the list as well. So we are creating a list like skill set, and this is the list we are creating. So the first skill is SQL. Then I'm using slash n. What is meaning of slash n? You know, correct? Then R programming slash n. Then we have statistics and maths slash n. Then we have Python slash n. Correct? So these are the things that we have used in the list. I want to write this line by line in my file. So what I will do, use with open. Directly I can use f equal to open and the older way. So give the file path over here and what mode you want to perform the operation, that is append mode. So give it append mode. Create the alias as F, then colon, then start from here. There will be one indentation from the left side, correct? And earlier in the program, I used to write line method. See, write method, right? Now I will use write lines because I want to write many lines in the file, correct?
Yes.
This way. So if somebody is asking you to what is the difference between write f dot write and f dot write line? So if we are using f dot write, what will happen? It will add append only one line. But if we have many lines to write in the file, then we will use the write line method. Okay. This way, and I do not need to close the file like we did earlier. It will take care of closing the file once the file is open and it will automatically create close the file. That is, once all the writing operation is done, what I am doing, I am reading the entire content of this file. Now run it and let us verify the result. See, so this is writing the new content and I will also verify in the file in my directory. Got it?
Yes.
So suppose you are getting data from CSV, your SQL and any source of data, you have done a statistical method and you have done some statistical programming and you need to write data in your file. So as of now we are taking the txt file, but it can be any database, it can be CSV file, it can be any R related library for visualization purpose or something. So this is the basic pipeline that we are learning, correct? So any doubt up to this point? Hmm.
No, sir, no, it's at all.
So it is interesting topic or boring topic?
Kind of interesting.
Because it is relating to real life
Yeah.
thing, right? So once you will start working on the project, then you will get more better understanding, more better understanding of technology and programming as well, because when we are having real life use cases, real life examples, then we understand the things better. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. So the important thing is that whenever we are going to do any operation, what is required? Suppose we are going to work with this file. So we must check whether this file is existing or not. Correct? So I can also check the file whether suppose there is E drive or F drive, you are given 10 Aadhaar card and you need to read the data from these Aadhaar cards. So you must verify whether this directory is existing or not. Correct? So
Yes.
let us do it how to check the file. So in newer syntax, what we have done, we have used what? With. We have used with, then open, and over here I have given the file path, okay, and it is string. Then mode, whatever mode, read, write or append mode. Then I will create alias, then okay. And one indentation from the left side, f dot, whatever operation I want read, correct? That we can
Yes.
do. So if we are using the with keyword, if we are using with keyword, then we do not need to close the file. It will automatically close the file. Otherwise, what will happen in this case, if we forget to close this file, the buffering in the memory will be there. That means it will be indirectly accessing the file because there will be some buffered data in the memory, correct? So every time we need to close, like in C language, you will study F plus there is a method. F plus method you will study in C language, but here we are open and close method are also there in C language as well.
Yes.
But for clearing the memory, there is a F plus method, but here we do not need. So if we are using with keyword, the file will be closed automatically. File will be closed automatically. File automatically closed. Correct? We do not need to close the file this way. It will take care of all that. Okay. Now I will check how to check whether this file is existing in the directory. Check the file exist or not. Correct? Now my important thing. So first I will use one library, that is import OS, because everything will be related to OS. Whatever operating system we are using, that will be taking it from the operating system. Suppose it is my local machine, but if you are working with server, correct? What will happen? You are working on your machine and there is a server. There is a server. From this local machine, you are connected to this server, and here is the actual program that you are working. So from here, you will check, not you will not check your operating system, but you will check the operating system of this server machine. Correct? So once the file is available on this server, then we can do any read, write or any operation, whatever operation we want, but that file is existing or not. If file is not existing, it will give me the message that file is not existing. I am not able to find the file. This way it will give you message. Correct? So same thing I am going to do. So let us take another program, file check dot py. So in this program, what I will do, I will check whether the file is existing or not. So my file path is this. Okay, I am using. So first I will use the library import OS. This is the library that is already, and see this curly braces. It is a module. We have already discussed module, right? Module dot function name we are calling, correct? So this is the OS module that is already available in Python, and I am creating a variable here. I am giving the file path and I will check it. If os.path in my operating system, if the path that I am giving exists or not, file path, correct? What is the meaning of this line? If os.path, if this path exists in the operating system, then do the operation, otherwise give me simple message that file is not found, correct? So I am just giving you the message. I will not do any method or any operation. I will create separate method for read, write, update, everything, but I am just giving it simple message, file is found. File is found. If file is available at this location, Otherwise, it will just give you the message that file is not found. File is not found. Correct? This way. So hello.txt is already available. So what should be the output? File.found. Okay. Run it and check the result. It is giving me file is found. See in the terminal. It is giving me file is found. Now let me give it some different name, file 129, like this something. So this file does not exist in my directory, correct? I already know, but I am running it. What it is saying? File is not found. So this way I can check whether the file is found or not. Otherwise we can create our class, I can create def, read the file, create, simple. We are just using function, not using class, object oriented programming, read file. So this way I am able to create the file. Just giving a message, not doing the entire operation, reading the file, correct? Reading the file. Now create another method, def. Now you can create the switch case based program, read the file, write the file, append the file, upload image, read the content, whatever you want to do. You can do it. Same way, there is no change. So what we have done so far, I am using one library that is already in the Python library. I am giving the file path. File path means where my file is there. In the D drive, I am using Windows operating system. There is a D drive and there is a directory Python 1 and inside this hello this file. So I am checking that this file is found or not. So this file is not there, so obviously the result is coming file not found. But if I give it hello.txt, it will again run it and if I want I can call this method. I can call this method as well because I have created one method over here. So I can call this method once file is found. File is found. Now it will read the operation. It will perform the read operation, reading the file and whatever message we want. So now the picture might be clear to you
Yes.
at some level. The important thing comes, suppose I want to delete the file. Suppose I want to delete the file. So there are two cases for deletion. My file, there is a D drive. Inside D drive, there is a folder. There is a folder Python 1 and inside this there is a file hello.txt. Hello.txt. There are two cases. There can be two cases. One case can be I want to delete the file. Delete the file. Or we can delete the entire folder. Delete the directory. Directory means your folder. Correct? Delete the directory. So this is the file that we can delete or else we can delete the entire directory because in this directory there can be many files, correct? Hello.txt, hello1.txt, hello3.txt. So there are two cases for deletion when we talk about delete file in Python. So there can be two cases. One is to delete a certain file or we can delete the entire folder, entire directory. We can delete it. Correct? So let me take another program, file delete.py. So for deletion, for directory related anything, we need to use this import OS. Correct? I can directly give it os dot remove method. I have file path, okay? Os dot remove. This method I can give. We have other method rename. So I will be telling you one by one in our problem solving session. But yes, os dot remove and I can just give the file path. Correct? And then give a simple message file deleted successfully. This message I can give. File deleted successfully. This way. So we are doing just these things to delete the file. Delete the file. I'm doing this operation, and for checking the file, I'm doing this operation. Correct? This way. For checking the operation, I'm doing this operation. So I will share you this as well. Now run it. File deleted successfully. Correct? Let us verify in the directory. Do you see any file? No. Now I can delete this directory as well, Python 1. So I can delete the file and I can also delete the entire directory. So let me comment this one, and I do not need to give the file name. I can just give the my folder name. Instead of file name, I can give the folder name. So then I will create directory path, but make sure you are giving the correct path, otherwise it will delete the entire thing. Correct? Delete is very dangerous. We cannot recover. So if we just give D drive or something, there can be problem. So we must give the right path. Correct? This way. And I am commenting this out, and I will give it directory path. That means we need to be very careful while doing this kind of thing. Correct? Because other files might be deleted or something can happen. So there need to alert. os.remove, and now I am giving the path t python1, and I will give directory deleted successfully. So make sure this is okay and run it. So permission error. Okay. Actually, I have some setting on my folder. So if we do not have permission, so what I can do, right click on it, then go to properties. See what permission it has? Read only, correct? So security, and inside security I can change the permission as well. Administrator, all these things, what permission you want, this way, correct? Full control, if I give it, then it can delete. So for security purpose, I have done. It is by default, but yes, if you want, so what you can do, you can just click full control, then apply, then run this. It will automatically delete. Okay. But make sure Your path is correct, otherwise everything will be deleted from the directory and it cannot be recovered because it will delete permanently. So see you tomorrow at the same time. And tomorrow that means Monday. So Monday we will connect at evening. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So till then I am sharing this entire code what we have discussed today. Revise it, do the practice. Same day practice. Okay.
Yes.
Don't keep it for the next day. It will take hardly 30-40 minutes to revise. You do 2-3 time revision, then it will be okay. Okay. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.